Hi everybody. So you saw my first video on the Hakko FX888D. You also saw that I posted if you follow me on Twitter, and as well as I posted on the YouTube channel as well, that I actually turned out to purchase a fake unit the first time I bought one of these. So actually now I've gone out and purchased a new one of these. I'll tell you a bit of the story in a moment. And this one, I'm hoping, is a genuine unit. It does look like a genuine unit, but so did the other one from the outside. So maybe just a quick aside. I bought the other one from a company in South Africa called Micro Robotics. I posted that at the time because I thought this was a really good deal and I needed to let you guys know. And I was quite impressed with the company. But then after about a year, my unit stopped working. I thought, oh my goodness, what are we going to do now? That's a bit unheard of. Everybody that has a Hakko keeps telling me that these things last for many years without any problems. So I contacted the suppliers, and the first person I said I should just bring it in, let's see if they can help me. So the idea was that they could just help me fault find the thing at least. I accepted that I've had it for a year, warranty periods are all gone. So I took it in, and as I got to Micro Robotics the first time, they promptly suggested I go home and send an email, which they wanted to send off to a new supplier of theirs. I went home, sent the email, and I thought, well, okay, given that it's broken anyway, and it was interesting. What happened to it? I was using it for an entire day's worth of soldering, and everything worked perfectly. I turned it on the next day, and it just did nothing. Right? There was absolutely nothing. It's not like the tip didn't warm up or anything. It was just nothing. It's as if it was still unplugged. So anyway, I got back and I decided, well, it's already broken. I might as well crack it open. I'm genuinely a little worried, given I actually am a little worried about the warranty void stickers. I know I shouldn't be. But so we cracked it open, and sure enough, there was an Atmega chip inside, which therefore proved it was a fake. I sent this information off to Micro Robotics, and they promptly said, okay, they'll from their perspective, they will give me a refund on the unit, as they had contacted their suppliers, who apparently initially promised that it was an absolute definite genuine unit, and the suppliers then prompted their suppliers to look at the videos that I posted before. After which their suppliers said they would give them a refund, and subsequently he gave me a refund. So we took the unit back, got our refund, and I thought that was really good from Micro Robotics, and still a fantastic company. I would still purchase stuff from them. I did though, or they then mentioned that they will be getting in genuine units from a reputable supplier in a couple of weeks' time. So I went back and I tried to purchase a new FX888D from them, at which point they didn't have any stock. Strangely enough, on their website it read you could have stock, but I live quite close to them, so I figured, if I go there, surely. But so they didn't have stock, so I don't know what that means. They probably genuinely didn't have stock. But I ended up purchasing this unit from an actual Hakko supplier that is linked from the Hakko main website, so therefore I was relatively sure that this was a good unit, and hopefully this time I have a real Hakko. So long story made short, I figured I'd just mention that to you guys. Be very careful with these things when you purchase them. A little side rant that I do have is, I think at least some of the blame for these fake units proliferating is Hakko themselves, or maybe I don't understand some of the economics or something. But this same unit in the States is equivalent to about the 800-900 rand, which I paid for in South Africa. It's about 80, 90, less than $100 in the US. However, the 220 unit, the 220 volt unit, is for some reason double the price everywhere else. And I see that is consistent with places like Australia, with the UK. You know, why are they so much more expensive to do a 220? Surely, so on the fake unit there was a jumper link between 110 and 220 on the transformer. Surely it's very similar in this unit. We'll crack it open and have a look in a moment. But why the sudden price hike? Are these things subsidized in the US, or what is the point, right? But I think that's probably the main reason why a lot of people go for the fake units, is because they are, you know, you always hear of them as being less than $100 in the US, and now suddenly if you're trying to get hold of them anywhere outside the US, they are double or more the price. So obviously, you know, if someone finds one for the similar amount that they've heard everybody in the US pay, you jump at it, right? Which is probably what got me in trouble in the first time. But you know, I'd like to know, you know, if anybody knows, why is it either so much more expensive outside the US, or why is it so cheap in the US? Just out of interest. Right, so I'll stop rambling, rant over. Let's take the box, open it up, and let's see what's inside. Right, so let's see how this one looks different to the first one I had, right? First of all, I saw a video where one of the guys was saying that the first place where you can see that the Hakkos are fake or not are to look at the material the box is made out of. Hakko apparently use recycled boxing, which gives it a bit of a texture, and that seems to be absolutely true. The first one I had was a nice clean new box, and this one definitely does have a bit of a texture. So yeah, maybe it's just me that's feeling a little more excited about this one. So there's a bit of a pamphlet-y thing, which we'll have a look at in a moment. Right. Okay, so here's the first difference. If you remember my other video, the packaging already looks a bit different, right? Where with this one, the wand is actually in the top here, in its own little holder, and there's actually a space for it here to put that. Take that out, and again. Right, and again, remember the other one, the Hakko unit itself was actually wrapped in a piece of plastic, in a sort of a bag of its own. I did opt for the silver one, mostly because I haven't seen as many videos of the silver ones being fake, but again, it might just be wishful thinking. Let's put him there. There's our Goldilocks. I can't remember that the other one had a nice sticker. I hope that's not an expiry date. It's probably a manufacturing date, 2015. There's our sponge, same thing, and our stand. Right, let's get rid of the box. Oops. I'm relatively sure, if I remember correctly, the other one had a bit more documentation actually. This one has some additional information. So, warning, if you ever buy a soldering station, the area around the tip is extremely hot. It does not melt the solder by magic. Do not touch it. It always fascinates me that they have to put this stuff in here, but hey. Standard warning stuff in all languages, but that's the only documentation in the box actually. Let's look at the unit itself. Again, looks exactly like the fake unit I had. Exactly. It's actually surprising how similar they look. The only difference being, on the first unit I had, this bit of sort of embossed text. On the other one was a sticker. Now, I have actually seen videos on YouTube where even this was there on a fake unit, so again, not a definitive proof, but we're looking good so far. So let's have a look. So there's our Hakko unit. We need to get our sponges and bits and pieces in there. How do we get this one out? Oh, there we go. Dude, that actually, the fake unit I had actually did not have the metal insert. I heard people talk about the metal insert, and at first I figured, well, maybe it was just an upgrade to save some money or something. But sure enough, there's our metal insert. Try not to throw the camera on the floor. So there's our Goldilocks, or whatever it's generally referred to in the country you're in. And we can simply clip that back in. This is actually much better on the fake unit. There we go. On the fake unit, I had to take this thing out, which I'm assuming should probably be possible on this one, but I might ruin it, so let's not do that. Let's get our sponge out. Ooh, the sponge is actually still sealed for our protection. Nice and crispy inside. Alright. And there's our sponge, which obviously needs a bit of water. Tiny bit of moisture. Right. And let's get our wand unpacked. Right. Right. And let's plug him in there. Ooh, this one actually, ooh, this is the good silicone. Nice and soft and squishy. Which I can't actually remember whether the other one had it or not. Okay, power cable disconnected, and let's get that plugged in. Right, we have it plugged in. So let's turn this on. I remember the first time when the first video I posted, a couple of you guys spotted that I had a fake unit just from the turn on procedure. So let's have a look and see what this one does. Alright, 250, and off it goes. I have to admit, this is actually not the first time I've turned this unit on. Obviously, in the excitement of finally getting a real unit, I have actually turned it on, and but I've not unpacked it. I just wanted to basically turn on, make sure everything works, everything's good. But it seems to work nicely. That tip is really hot. I should actually turn that tip a bit. But there, it's all on. So I'm going to turn that off so that it doesn't oxidize and stuff too much. But that to me looks like a real Hakko this time. But let's take it apart and confirm, because last time I was also quite sure I had a real unit, and it turned out to be a fake. When I turned this unit on the first time, it had a single temperature, 350, and I actually, fiddling with it a bit, I had I couldn't figure out how to change the temperature. I sent the guys that I bought it from an email, and I suspected it was password locked. But what it turned out to be is, it seemed these units do not actually ship with all 5 presets enabled. So it had a single preset enabled, and it's a simple thing of going into the menu from the videos that they send me. It's YouTube videos, and you just select that you want the 5 presets, and the temperatures are all preset already. You just turn it on and off it goes. So so far, really impressed with this little unit. Okay, now let's take it apart and confirm. So I mean, the main reason, the other unit I did have wasn't necessarily bad. It worked really well for the year I had it. But again, I mean, the reason you want one of these is because everybody keeps telling you that they last for years and years. Most people that post videos of these things say they've had them for 8 or 10 years. And obviously that's the kind of thing you want, right? You don't want to spend even a little bit less money, but then having to buy a new one every year. So let's pop the hood. It actually comes off nice and easy. Looks like a much better quality transformer than on the other one, but again, transformers are transformers, they're not that hectic. And let's do the big reveal. Is this a genuine Hakko? Ah, brilliant. Brilliant. That's how we know. In there is a little chip. There you go, I'll actually turn it so you guys can see. And there's our little chip. On the fake units, that is a Netmega. I think it's a 328, so you effectively paying for a little Arduino managing your power supply. On this one, this is confirmed now to be a genuine part. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I wonder if we can get the part number on that. I'm not feeling extremely hopeful though. Mostly because my camera won't even focus there. I'll see if we can get some macro shots a bit later, but that is a genuine Hakko soldering station. That is supposed to be a Hakko branded chip itself, and I'll see if I can take some nice close-up shots with a macro lens or something to see if we can confirm that for you. All right, let's just go put this down. So again, I have the 220 version of this power supply. Yeah, 230. 220, 120, 230, and oh, that's probably the common return. Standard fuse, probably a poly switch or something. Alright, so that's a look inside a genuine Hakko, and I'm feeling much more confident. So this unit did cost me a little bit more than the original unit. In fact, in South African terms, this one came out to be about 1,800 or actually 1,900 rand, as opposed to the first unit I had, which I paid 800 and something rand for. And I figured, you know, let's do it right this time. Alrighty, so we've now had a look at our new little workbench buddy for me. I know there's been a million of these videos out, but I figured, you know, I have a couple of friends looking at my channel, so I figured let's just give you the full view. I've now got well, I almost said before and after video, but I've got a fake video and a real video, and I'd like you guys to compare the two and tell me what you think. Here's a genuine Hakko. Hopefully this thing's going to be on my desk for a couple of years to come. Quite chuffed. I know silver. What the hell, I figured let's get something a little different color. So yeah, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, let me know. Feedback is fantastic, and I hope this helps at least someone out there. Good luck guys. Thank you, until next time.